I don't know if we should pull it up and then go through, or if anyone has any general things they want to discuss, or what direction, how we want to best handle this conversation.
Should we start this with good news?
Good news
The
is
Jazz have
always
been
welcome.
eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh, good grief.
Houston 112, Utah 102.
That's
Yeah.
Well, could I ask, Mayor, in our city council meeting, we asked that the two planning departments get together before this meeting and just tell us where the stickling points were. I don't know if that happened, Tony. Did you do what we asked?
We didn't this week.
So we just didn't.
I'm not sure there was anything else in there that the planners had issues with. It was more the councils had to decide. Is that correct?
I'm sorry.
Maybe we can hear from the planners, because I thought we were sort of at a point where there were policy issues that the councils would have to decide. It wasn't as much of a planning work through, but maybe the planners can throw out where they see this and what needs to be decided and happen.
I'm having a hard time remembering what last time we met when we talked about an MOU with Interlocal.
Last time we came, we went through, we told everybody in the meeting. And
Well, I mean, before we met the staff, I can't recall if it was the MOU.
I think we were still in the MOU at the time that we met in here. Maybe
We met in
that's
the little room right over here.
Okay.
It's been too long. I didn't sit down and go over to Tony.
Do you want to say anything?
Well, we certainly have a big list of items, planning-wise, that we've been going through. We've asked Doug for a copy of the North Village Code, which is a specific format that we've been using to format into Heber City's code. The Planning Commission will be looking at that code and several others in their first meeting in June. We've got a highway setback ordinance, a ridgeline ordinance, trails plan ordinance, potentially a residential agriculture zone, land use plan and transportation plan. In addition, we've also reached out to UDOT to become find out how we can become I guess not a participant, but a part of access management.
Don't you just have to sign it?
Yeah, and that's what we've done is we've reached out to Matt Parker in Region 3 and said that we're interested in becoming a part of that agreement. And so they're looking at what that's going to require.
What's that?
Getting a copy to sign in the next meeting?
I can't sign.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So we've started that, and so we've done that. And I think Colleen's right that beyond those, there's just policy matters that are remaining. Certainly, I know one of the issues brought up in the council meeting was whether the city and county would be able to come to terms on allowing Wasatch View Estates to be left as a peninsula or island in the event that an annexation does occur. And that was something that was in the MOU. It's something that staff-wise we didn't really come to terms with, but it was something that I think our residents in Wasatch View were passionate about. I think that's probably why they're here, but I don't believe the question's really been posed between the two councils. This is an example of policies between the two council discussion. One item.
I just wanted to say that because I read the Interlocal Agreement and it had it in there, and then I have the MOU and it had it in there, but I was concerned at the meeting on Thursday where you said that the county said that they didn't want it in there. And so I just need to know who in the county said that so I can talk to them about it.
Well, that was a good example of something that was at the staff level, so maybe the council could weigh in on it because it would ultimately be the council's decision. And so we left it in there because the city was okay with it, but because it's not really the staff's decision, and so they've worked through some things and then found that maybe there's a difference of opinion. So maybe this is a good forum for. I mean, obviously it's not a voting place, but it's a time to kind of discuss it and. Any issues that we see as possibly being, differing opinions between the city and county, this would be a good forum for that. And then staff's always good to work out. I mean, we worked out a ton of details from the beginning. I think it's been a year process of, and Tony has a couple pages spreadsheet showing all the things that have been suggested originally by the county that have been put into place in different, whether it's annexation policy plan or whatever. But we're down to these last few things, and it's getting shorter. And obviously, I personally, I guess I can't speak for everyone, feel like if it's in documents that people are looking to see what to expect from the governance of these areas, it's better. It's better in a general plan. It's better in an annexation policy. So the more we can narrow this down, the better. But anyway, that's the only issue I can think of off the top of my head where we were in that meeting and there wasn't an agreement. Oh,
Well, I think legislators, county legislators and city legislators, I'm hearing that, we had our planning staffs get together and it's been months. We asked Tony to reach out, but it's only been a week, not quite a week. But I feel a little ambivalence there as to what is it they can do or need to do. It's maybe in our ball court now. What does the county council want from the city council and vice versa? Maybe we need a meeting of just the councils, or 2 or 3 from each council, something. It's up to us, just what, ultimately we set the policy. And if we don't want staffs to take over our policy legislative role, then we need to do it. So I guess I'm speaking to us. Our councils somehow need to move it on to decide where we agree and where we don't.
It sounds like that we're very near the point to where our staff can present us a draft. And in it, they can say, here's the items that we disagree on, here's the items we agree on.
Well, that's what I was hoping for tonight, but if your planning have 3 things they're concerned about and ours do, then they just need to bring it to us and let us talk.
Yeah. I agree with that. So what we're going to have to do is figure out what's the best procedure to ensure it happens. Because there's been some reluctance upon members of our staffs to actually present us the information we've asked for. So we're going to have to do it officially and formally. We're going to have to put it on the agenda in our respective meetings and pass a resolution or something to...
get to the nitty-gritty is hard to do in this big a meeting. So.
Okay, so each council will go back and look at the agreement as it stands.
Do we have anything that's written up that has the latest?
We have it on our agenda. It's been tabled, so it's been on our agenda the last few. So is it fair to say that each council will go back, have their staffs come to them and say, I have concerns with this, this, and this, and then the councils will make a decision to where they can get, we don't like that, we do like that, and then they'll have a version they can come forward with, and the city will have a version they can come forward with, and then we'll have a
Tell us when we come meet with
conference committee.
I mean, I agree with Mayor Potter, though. The smaller we can make this MOU, the better. The more that we can encourage each other to change our zoning and general plans and these things to accomplish the same thing, the better. Because an MOU, as we heard from our staff last time, an MOU is, a lot of our staff feels like it's a waste of time because it's unenforceable. And so the smaller we can make the scope of the MOUs, the better.
It's also less transparent because we're not going through a public hearing and all the things you have to do to get something into some of these other plans. So that's one of the things. Maybe we could set up a time frame for this to happen so that we will know where we're aiming for as councils. What's reasonable, staff?
Well, I think we have the issues going.
I
That you
think-
feel like.
I mean, as far as you're concerned, are we okay with where we are? That's not a fair question to ask.
Yeah. I think the question is,
We will not, I retract that question. Take a moment.
do Tony and Doug have the same MOU upon which they have elements they agree and disagree? Do we know if we have that yet?
I don't know if we do. I got one that has some red lines too, but I don't know if it's the latest one.
Okay.
I've got the one that was on the 5/18 agenda. or stated private. So
Oh, I can send that to Doug tomorrow, and we'll go over it and find out where we are. And I'll need to update him on where we are as far as adopting ordinances and plans and whatnot, and see if there's a comfort level there.
If you traded documents and each side took out what they didn't want, it might get small like Danny said.
So step one is we make sure we're working from the same document. You guys identify what your issues are, then you come back to your council and tell us what your issues are. Council can decide if they are okay with things as they are, or if they have further issues. And then we'll come back together and then resolve it, is that?
So tomorrow in county council meeting, I'll make a request at the beginning of the meeting that we put it on for our next week's agenda to have a discussion about the MOU that Tony and Doug agree to disagree on. Is that the way to put it? Yeah. So we're working from the same document. So then next Wednesday, our county council will have a discussion on it if a majority of our council agrees to put it on the agenda.
Say well, I think.
So we would have that back to at least look at it in our 17th meeting, or our May, or our June.
Or at the same time, we can be doing the same process.
Probably, yeah, because you're going to do
From your side, yeah.
Yeah, we go ahead with our same process, and then we both have a version that each council's okay with, and then we come in and see where we differ.
And then in our monthly county city meeting, we can go over.
Yeah, I think we have a meeting.
So you want to schedule something a month from now that we could target coming back together? Okay. All right, so our regularly scheduled meeting, our next one is August 14th. But if we want to try and get something a month from now, we're looking at...
Well, Mayor, do you want to do that as an interlocal or just as a joint between Heber and...
Oh, yeah, we can just have a joint meeting, because I know you guys really care a lot about this. But you're welcome to come if you want to, but we won't schedule it as an interlocal. Okay, we'll have a joint meeting between... Yeah. Do you want to do it on June the 12th? A joint meeting between Heber City and Wasatch County Councils?
What day of the week is that?
That's a Tuesday. I just picked the same day, second Tuesday of the month, just...
That works, doesn't it?
If it's, it need to be later, because we have all our SSDs and that, but 7 would probably work.
Okay. So joint
Wouldn't it,
meeting...
Danny?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
June 12th, we'd have SSD and all of that we had tonight, but if they get it posted. But 7 o'clock should be right now.
All right.
So
Same
June
time.
12th?
June 12th, 7 p.m., same time, same place. We'll come back together after some further work on
And that's
this.
just Heber and...
Just Heber and Wasatch County. And then our regularly scheduled meeting with this group will be hosted again here on August the 14th at 7 p.m.
Well, did we want to have an interlocal earlier to address Councilman Crittenden's point about Charleston Midway and Daniel contributing to the school resource officer, or is that a bad thing to say?
We could get a report on it for August 14th and be soon enough.
You guys are making a decision and you didn't let me vote on it. I made the decision you made. I don't know. No, I think
You want all
August
those
14th
kids
is
in
plenty
the
soon for
packet?
us.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
All right. Okay, if there's nothing further...
Motion to adjourn.
So, second?
We have motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.